What's up, everybody? And I'm back with another review, still following the Ice-T Syndicate. First, I got a little announcement I was going to make. Originally, I was going to really do the Public Enemy tribute, but I'm just going to do that sometime next month. When I was going to do Terminator X, the Jeeps album, The Greatest Misses, Chuck D Solo, and the Punk Barbarians. I'll just do that one episode one day, then one episode next day that week. So I'll just do. So this is gonna be the Ice-T tribute and shit. So I'm gonna review two albums from the Rhyme Syndicate today. First album I'm gonna talk about is Donald D's debut solo album, Notorious, released in 1989 on Rhyme Syndicate, which is under Epic and CBS. Um, for those who don't know who Donald D is, he's an MC that was he's an MC that was from the Bronx and shit. Um, he became a member of the Zulu Nation, which was organized by the infamous Africa Bambaataa and stuff like that. He joined forces. That's why he associated himself with African Islam, DJ Jazzy J, Kid Vicious, and shit like that. And so he was featured on African Islam's radio show and stuff in 1982 called Zulu Beats and stuff. So with that being said, he also was a member of this group called the Funk Machine, which African Islam, that's where they all were and shit like that. So by the mid '80s, he had relocated um to Los Angeles, and it was basically kind of interesting because he was going East Coast to West Coast and shit. Um, the group Funk Machine disbanded, and Donald G dropped his first single, "Dope Jam Outlaw," with DJ Chili D um from Rockin' Hard Records in 1987. All right, and so around the time, around the time in '85, let me backpedal a little bit. He had met Ice T, and that's when he really go to LA to be a part of Ice T's Rhyme Syndicate. And so his first appearance on Wax was the track they called the Syndicate from Ice T's album Power, which I've recently reviewed about a month ago and shit. Dope album. Um, And I made I need to make a correction. The Rhyme Syndicate compilation album was called Coming Through, by the way. So yeah, I need to get my hands on that. But that one is kind of hard to come by as well. So fast forward to 1989, this album was dropped, Notorious. Okay, so singles album was known for only came out with two singles, which was Notorious and FBI. IC was the executive producer, and of course he had African Islam and Donald D. Alright, so 12 tracks. You guys know what I'm about to do. Track number one is the intro. That's like a dope intro where it has Donald D kind of introducing himself, calling himself the Notorious and whatnot. Very dope intro and shit, kind of gets you a glimpse about what to expect from him. Track number two, we got Notorious. Very dope song. Love that song and shit. That song is ill as fuck. Ill as fuck. Yeah. Track number three we got is FBI, which FBI was basically a crack awareness kind of track, but it was like so graphic at the same time too. It was so graphic, especially when he had lines like, "Crack will snatch your sister, your father, your mother, your brother, a whole lot of others. Situation number one, that son of a gun. Look what the brother has done. He destroyed his credibility and the trust in me, and he used to be down with the D. His mind is hungry for a piece of the rock, so he walks up and down the block, feeding, scheming. No more is he dreaming. His life is controlled by the force of beaming." Like, yeah, man, like, because late '80s, that was when the crack epidemic was at a complete high and shit. So yeah. Track number four, "Who Got the Gun?" That song right there, that was an ill track. That song is talking about police destruction, how police are always after blacks and stuff like that. Always, I think that somebody is about to always think somebody of our people are out doing no good and shit. So yeah. Sorry about that. So track number 5 we got is Syndicate Posse, which is basically a posse cut between give me a second because Wikipedia didn't say who's actually on this song. I believe it's Ice T's on this song. Who else on this? Yeah, hold on, give me one second because Wikipedia didn't really say who was on this fucking track, so I gotta do. And this does not either. Oh well, but right about now, yeah, Syndicate Posse, that was a pretty interesting track and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Um, Next track, A Letter I'll Never Send. Should have been retitled a song I should have never released. Um, this song was okay, but you can tell it was a hip hop love song, and he wanted to go for that LL Cool J kind of vibe and stuff like that. Cause at the time the whole hip hop love song, a lot of rappers, every time there's a hip hop love song, it just be like it just be like they try to have that whispery kind of talk like, do you remember all the times we had? I should have never let you inside my pad, like that shit like that. And that was kind of what I got for that song. I kind of felt like that song does not fit the album in my opinion. Track number 7, Armed and Dangerous. That was a pretty interesting song where that beat was very dope and shit. Track number 8, Car Chase. Probably my favorite song off this album, and something I can kind of see Ice T. I can definitely see Ice T on this fucking track and shit. So basically, Car Chases tells the story about a bank robbery gone bad. Just robbed the bank, now pulling rank, step to the curb of my tank. Sounded loud, please get in their orders to stop me from reaching the border. Like, not one but two forces are telling me there's no way those suckers will jail me. My honey with the money said, look, the gas tank getting close to the E. Like, yeah, man, very cool song. Track number 9, Just Suck. This is kind of like, self-explanatory, telling his girl, just suck my dick and shit like that. How we got from a song I'll never send, how we got from a song I'll never send to this is crazy. It's beyond me, but I prefer this better. Track number 10, Lost in the Freestyle with Ice T, and shit. Yeah, Ice T, man, like he was definitely stepping his game up and shit like that with this one. He definitely rode this beat. He rode this beat like crazy and shit. Like he definitely did his thing. Donald D did his thing on it too. My second favorite song off this album, love when he said, I got a posse full of killers that be running like a track meet. You move, you miss, but hits are quick. I write your name in blood on my syndicate shit list. I'm not a dog, but I can dog the mic with me. You don't get 3, you get in 1 strike. Woo! My God damn! Woo! Alright, that was fucking Lost in the Freestyle. Track number 11, On Tour. This is kind of like a more darker version of Ice T's a more darker version of Ice T's lifestyles of the rich and famous and shit. Yeah, it was kind of it was kind of in that vein, but he was kind of like doing it in more darker tone, like the life and times of somebody, a rapper on tour, the day in the life. Um, for example, in the back, champagne is in the glasses. People are asking D for stage passes. Autograph seekers stepping on my sneakers. I signed and I rhymed through the speaker, coming at you raw to the core and shit. He definitely doing this, definitely did his thing and shit. And the last track off this album, Another Night in the Bronx. Sick ass track. This dude is the motherfucking underrated ass storytelling shit. What the song is kind of telling a story about this nigga got shot and stuff like that. and then he's getting robbed and stuff, Um, and so it's just so descriptive and shit, and very dope track. That's all I want to say. I'm not gonna speak too much on that one, but and that's all the songs off his album Notorious. Overall, very good. It's a very dope song. I would say it's kind of like an underrated West Coast classic in my opinion. Um, yeah, Donald D definitely did his thing with this one and shit like that. And recently, I mentioned this in one of my videos how this album kind of went down in price and stuff, and I'm trying to get my hands on this album possibly this Friday because usually this album kind of goes for like a lot of money and stuff like that. Now I've seen it go for like $15, so I'm kind of hyped about that. So yeah, the album's very out of print, so if y'all can find it, must have in your collection. Now, the next album we got is Everlast's Forever Everlasting. Give me one second. Forever Everlasting, released in 1990 on, I believe it was released on Warner Brothers Records. Yeah, this was before Whitey Ford Sings the Blues. This was before House of Pain. He was an affiliate from Rhyme Syndicate. So yeah. So for those of you who don't know who Everlast is, um, he was definitely an MC. He's an MC that was from Valley Stream, New York. Basically, um, he got his start when Ice-T heard him rap, basically, and he invited him to the Rhyme Syndicate, and so they quickly did this album Forever Everlasting. So Ice-T really just put him on and shit like that, put him on his videos, basically. Um, Singles album was known for was well, interesting enough, it kind of had a couple of singles. Kind of had a couple of singles. Give me one sec. I made him a slight mistake. His first appearance on his first single was the song called like Syndication and shit like that, which they did have a video for. And he had songs like I Never Missing the Beat, I Got the Knack, and the Rhythm, and those were the singles and shit. So yeah, 11 songs. You guys know what I'm about to do. Track number one we got is Syndicate Soldier. This song is cool, but you can tell it definitely has like a Tone Loc feel to it. A very strong Tone Loc feel to it and shit like that. Um, Track number two we got Speak No Evil with Cool Nick. Yeah, I didn't really care for this song to be honest. Didn't really care for this. Track number three Syndicate remix. Dope intro on the remix, but the beat I did not like the beat. It was a bit too meh. Oh, producers also include Ice-T, executive Benny Medina, Bilal Bashir, and Quincy Jones the third and shit like that, which was Quincy Jones' son and shit. So yeah, the Syndicate remix I kind of prefer the original version better in my opinion. Track number four, What Is This? That's when I said when I played the song. Track number five, The Rhythm. The rhythm that song was pretty alright, but I just felt like the chorus was kind of dry and shit like that. That song features Ice-T, Donald D, and Diva. And Diva, for those who don't know, Diva is of course Nadia Davenport from the Brand New Heavies and shit like that, which is a group I don't hear too many people mention. I'm not like the biggest fan of the group, but if you guys like that hip hop kind of house sound and shit like that, that's the group for y'all. So we got is the rhythm. Yeah, I just felt like the chorus was just kind of dry, like the rhythm, like it was just like no emotion whatsoever in it, in my opinion. Then track number six, I got the knack. Yeah, I don't like this song either. Um, uh, I got the knack. What the fuck? Yeah, and even like the fucking video. The video's fucking cheesy as hell, to be real, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Man, the Knack. And that song actually features DJ Lethal as well, too. So, even though the beat was pretty dope, eh, track number 7, On the Edge, in my opinion, the best song off this album, definitely has like a very dark, very beat to it and shit. That song On the Edge is about how this girl kind of like it talks about how he met this girl and just got him on the edge basically. Like he's feeling this girl, he's making him warm inside and stuff. Yeah, that beat is so fucking dark and it's dope and shit at the same time. Loved how he was rapping on that track. Um, what samples this song? The song it definitely has that 5 stair step sample and shit. So yeah, track number 8, Fuck Everyone. Uh, it was alright. It was alright. It was he was on his emo shit with that one. Track number 9, Goodbye. That's the next song and shit like that. That was a breakup song. It just sounded like he was kind of racing the beat a little bit. Like the beat was a bit too fast for him. And passing on and never missing the beat, I just didn't really care for. Alright, so judging from what you guys have, witnessed, I'm not really a huge fan of this album. I felt like lyrically, Everlast was dope lyrically, but I just felt like, he was just trying to find a sound with this project and shit like that. And I just felt like some of the beats just didn't really fit him. It just had like a weird mixture of hip house and fucking gangster rap and shit like that. And so it's kind of crazy too because, right after, this album didn't really do that well commercially. So I guess, he teamed up with like DJ Lethal and Danny Boy just to form House of Pain, and the rest is hip hop history on that. And I feel like House of Pain don't get the props they deserve, really don't get the props they deserve. So Forever Everlasting is out of print. So if y'all can find that, must have your collection. And this is your boy Reg. Stay tuned for more. Peace.